Hey everyone, my name is Gautam and I'm back with another exciting video. I'm pretty sure that you must have heard that AI is the future. It's going to take a lot of jobs and this is a pretty one. Maybe AI robots will take over humans as well. Well, what do you think about it? Is it really true? Well, I'm not sure about the takeover part, but I'm pretty sure that AI is going to impact a lot of jobs in future. But don't you worry about it. If you learn how to use this technology, your career is safe, and to be honest, it's kind of amazing. If you have used these AI tools like ChatGPT and DALL-E, your mind will be blown. And trust me guys, one of the most amazing application of this technology is the Gen AI based chatbots. Have you used it? If not, let me show you the Meta chatbot which is integrated in WhatsApp and its power. Let's see it in action. Alright guys, so all you have to do is open your WhatsApp. So let's do that, and you can see in the text box ask Meta AI or search, but I prefer to use the pre-saved chat. So let me just click on it and let me write a message. But before that, let me just walk you through this chat. So basically this Meta AI chatbot is actually using Llama 4 large language model behind the scenes. It's a very powerful LLM which can generate any kind of content. It's developed by Facebook. I'm pretty sure that you guys are aware about it. So let me just write a very simple prompt. Can you give me an application of Gen AI in robotics? And let me put a constraint as well. Keep the word limit as 50 words. Let me just send this, and it generated a new piece of content. It didn't copy this content from somewhere else. It's generating this content in real time. It's amazing guys. One application is robotic grasping. Gen AI enables robots to learn from data and generate grasping strategies for diverse objects. Amazing, right? Let me just write another query. Write a code to print a statement in Python. Let's see that. Wow, it actually showed me that you can do this by using the print function. It's actually like having a digital genie in your hand which can fulfill any of your wish. Cool, right? But I know that you're a maker and you're thinking, God, is there a way by which I can make this project on my own? And today is the day that God has listened to you, and in this video I'll show you how you can make a very similar chatbot using the Python mode in our very own dear software Avishkaar Maker Studio. But first, let's see the project output in action. Alright guys, so let's see how this project works in action. So this is the code, we have the API key, and this is the user query, but let me just change it. Let me just ask ChatGPT if it could tell me a joke about me. Let's say, what should be the joke about? Can you tell me a joke about a frog and a fish? Maybe. Let me just see how this works out. Sure, here you go. What did frog call the fish? Why did frog call the fish? Because he wanted to catch up on the latest tide. I'm not sure exactly how much funny you find it, but it's actually a generated response from ChatGPT. Let me just try something else. Okay, can you write an article about my father, my hero in 100 words? I think this should be good enough. My father, my hero, embodies strength and kindness in every aspect of his life. He inspires me daily, and it's such a beautiful article written by ChatGPT. Amazing, right? But I'm pretty sure that you guys are wondering, how did I exactly make this project? So let's take a deep dive into my making journey and see how did I make this all happen. So it all started when I was planning to make a chatbot for my website, and I was kind of bored by making the intent-based chatbot again and again. So I thought, why not make a Gen AI based chatbot this time, and that is when it popped right into my mind. So I started figuring out the key elements which were required to make this as a successful project, and the first important element was to get into the Python mode of Avishkaar Maker Simulator, and it was pretty simple. The second important component of this project was to get the OpenAI API keys so that you can talk with their LLMs and specifically the GPT-4o Mini and GPT 3.5 Turbo LLMs. And this wasn't a piece of cake. It was a bit complicated, but don't worry, I'll show you how you can get the API key very easily. The third important element was to write a Python code which will take the message from the user, pass it to the LLM via an API key, get the response back from the LLM and print it in a pretty format on the console. Alright guys, so the first step is to get into the Python mode in AMS, and for that you have to open your browser and write www.avishkaar.cc and hit enter. Process is pretty straightforward. All you have to do is click on the sign in button, enter your phone number and click on login with OTP. So let me just check my phone if I've got an OTP, and it's 122632. Okay, 122632. It's quite prompt. Let me click on the verify button and I am successfully signed into the platform. So the next step is to click on the AMS button. Let me click on Python, and here is the Python mode. Let me click on it, and here we are into the Python mode. So the next step for you is to get the OpenAI API key, and for that you have to click on this new tab. Just search here OpenAI API key and hit enter. So you will just see this option which says API key from OpenAI platform. Click here and let's see what happens. Okay, it says that login or either signed up. So if you already have an account, just click on login. If not, sign up with it, and it's a pretty straightforward process. If you have a Google account, it makes things really easier. So let me just click on the login button because I already do have an account. Continue with Google. Let me select my Google account, and I think I am successfully signed into the platform. So it takes me directly to the API keys page. Let me create a new secret key, Avishkaar Chatbot, and create the secret key. Okay, so this new secret key is generated. Let me just copy this. Let me go back to this AMS, open this ChatGPT project, and here is the beautiful piece of code that is actually going to talk with the GPT-4o Mini LLM. Let's see how this works. So we are importing the request module. This is the URL, this is actually the API URL with which we can talk with the model. This is the API key. It's already pasted here, but we can actually just delete this and paste the new key. These are the headers, and here is where we have to specify all the details like what kind of LLM we are using. For this project, I'm specifically using GPT-4o Mini model. These are the messages. I'm assigning a role to this ChatGPT. You are a helpful assistant, and now this is the message from the user. Write a Python code to add two numbers. I really don't want ChatGPT to ask this. Let me just write, can you explain Newton's third law to a 5-year-old kid in 50 words? Let's see what ChatGPT has to say about that. Temperature is something with which we can control the creativity of responses. And finally, we post this so this message actually goes to the ChatGPT and we get a response. So we have something of an earlier response, but let me just clear this. And now I'm simply gonna run this code by hitting Control Enter. And let's see if we get a response from ChatGPT. Okay, here it is. Your Newton's third law states that when you push or pull something, it pushes or pulls you back just as hard. I think word limit is a bit low. Let me just write 100 words, Control Enter, and I think I'll get an updated response. Okay, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Imagine you're on a skateboard, and this example is quite relevant for a 5-year-old child, don't you think? Let me just give another query and let's see what happens. Write a Python code to multiply two numbers, or scratch that. Write a Python code to check if a number is prime or not. Let me just hit Control Enter and let's see if we get the response. Okay, so here is this beautiful piece of code generated by ChatGPT which actually helps you to check if a number is prime or not. Amazing, guys, isn't it? This project wasn't a piece of cake and it came with its own challenges. So let's see all the challenges that I encountered so that whenever you are in the similar situation, you can avoid them, right? So let's talk about the first challenge, which was about the API key. So it actually took me a lot of time to get the API key. I was browsing the OpenAI platform like hell. I was going into the dev portal, secret keys, and finally a 50-character long key popped out. I copied it, I pasted in my project, and I tried to run it, and I thought that it's gonna work, and it gave me an authentication error. And the reason was I accidentally put a space inside the API key which blocked its working. So you need to make sure that there are no spaces in the API key, and you need to copy it properly and paste it in your code so that you don't face the similar authentication errors. Talking about the challenge number 2, it's about writing the wrong model name. So I was using GPT-4o mini model and GPT 3.5 turbo model for the purpose of this video, but I accidentally forgot the hyphen between them, and it told me I don't have any models, and I was like, what the hell? So I looked into it and I found the missing hyphen, and I finally placed the hyphen, and thanks to God it started working again. So just make sure whenever you are writing the model name, the spelling is correct. Sounds like a very basic error, but it could actually screw up your code. Just be careful about it. Challenge number 3, rate limit and API quota. Believe me guys, nothing in this world is for free. I was talking with ChatGPT extensively, getting long responses, and finally I got the message that I've exhausted all the credits of my free tier account. So if you don't want to run into this error, just make sure you buy a paid account, you pay some amount, and then you can talk freely. AI is powerful, but it's not for charity. Guys, it was one hell of a journey, but it hasn't ended yet. I have a challenge for you. How about we integrate the voice feature into it? I mean, let's say we say something, it goes to ChatGPT, and then we get a response which is printed in the console. Amazing, right? Or how about we integrate this AI mode or this ChatGPT functionality with one of the Avishkaar hardware? Sounds amazing, right? So why don't you try something new, and whatever you make, just put it in the comment box. I'll definitely check it out and respond on the same. With that said, wish you guys all the very best, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a great day ahead. Bye.